the first 100 subscribers that subscribe to this channel after watching this episode, right, and commenting, all right, and liking this episode, I'm going to give you a free copy of my ebook that has shifted so many of my students' lives just by following this actionable guide, this framework. You need to make sure you have a professional email. There's no reason why you should be using a Gmail account if you are running a business, no matter what industry you're in. Doesn't matter. People reach out, hey, listen, I'm looking to do this. They send an email. Why are you using yahoo.com? Why are you using Gmail? You need to have a business email. What's going on, Bag Family? We are back with another one, episode 47. And we are in heavy momentum right now, man. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you are tapped in every single week, all right? We're dropping value from the business perspective, from credit, both personal as well as business. A lot of our clients, our supporters, our students, they're gaining this value because not only are we sharing it amongst you guys, we're bringing other dynamic professionals on our platform to give you the knowledge, right? Not recycled information, not information that's, fabricated, that's going to set you up for failure, essentially. We don't want that for you. We're going to give you actionable steps to position you to scale in 2026 and beyond. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Again, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with someone that you know that can benefit from this value, right? We are very intentional with sharing the knowledge, right? Information is the fertilizer to our wealth. So we're going to continue to push the envelope to give you guys the blueprint, all right? Now, we've been having some dynamic guests on the platform, by the way, people. So if you've been tapped in, man, again, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support. We just ask one thing, man. Energy and engagement, man. You know what I mean? Like, show us that you really rock with us. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a secret supporter out here, man. Let us know that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing in the marketplace. You know what I'm saying? And continue to, share with someone else. We're actually getting people that are reaching out, whether it's via email, through social media, and saying, hey, I found your channel through someone. So we appreciate that for sure. But in order to take this thing to the next level, so YouTube wants to know that we got that engagement. So we're just trying to shift the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to disrupt the algorithm. And in order to do that, we got to have that engagement. So make sure you guys tap in every single episode. All right. So without further ado, let's get into it, people. So as you guys see, right, how to be able to properly structure your business so you can be bankable, right? If you are an entrepreneur, whether you are a new entrepreneur, a 10-year entrepreneur, you've been in the business ownership world 2-3+ years, but you still feel stuck, this episode is for you. And I actually have a gift for the first 100 subscribers that subscribe to this channel after watching this episode, right, and commenting, all right, and liking this episode. I'm going to give you a free copy of my ebook that has shifted so many of my students' lives just by following this actionable guide, this framework. All right. So the first 100 people you tap in, I will give you this ebook. This ebook is essential, right? We are tapped in with so many different lenders in the marketplace, and they're sharing what is needed. They're sharing exactly what you need to do, what you need to have in place to become bankable, to be of a low risk and not a high risk. Does that make sense? So make sure you tap in. Okay, so first things first, all right? There's a lot of entrepreneurs that they don't set the foundation, right? It's not a capital funding problem. You have a foundation problem. And what we have to do is we have to restructure and identify exactly where you're at, how your business is formatted, because your business has to be properly formatted, right? The lenders are not lending money to your business. They're lending money to the person behind the business, you, the business owner, right? But your business does have to be properly structured in order for them to even entertain that application. Makes sense? And it starts with, number one, your credit. Credit is essential, personal as well as business. And we're going to be talking about how to start establishing business credit as well. Okay. So, listen, man, we get it. You have innovative ideas. You have so much that you are looking to accomplish, and you just feel like you don't have the back end support, from these traditional banks. Traditional banks, we always recommend prime lending, right? Which is essentially going the traditional bank route, right? Because you just get better financing options when you go through a traditional bank for funding. But I get it. You have to be. Everything has to align. Everything has to align and make sense. Okay, so in this episode, we're going to be giving you the step-by-step blueprint. We're going to be giving you the framework on how to position yourself to become bankable with your traditional bank. All right. So first things first, why does structure matter? Like when Coach D says structure, what does he mean by that? Right. This is why most businesses are getting denied, because they don't have their business properly structured. Whether you are an LLC, whether you are a multi-member LLC, a single-member LLC, whether you are a S Corp, a C Corp, right? Like there's a difference between having a business versus operating like a business. We have to differentiate the two, all right? And you want to make sure that you are running a business, a real business. Right? Documentation beats conversation. The lenders are looking at what's documented, what's on paper, what looks attractive to them. If your business model or your structure doesn't look attractive and it looks like a high risk, they're not going to entertain that application. Right? And business and banks, they care about credibility, people. They care about systems, people. They care about this stuff. You're asking for $100,000, $250,000 loan. You need to ask yourself, if I was a lender, would I lend to me? Why should I lend to me? Right? And a lot of people think, oh, I just need to set up my EIN. I need to make sure my LLC, my business is properly registered through my state. It's so much more to it, people. It's so much more. And this is why, even becoming a part of the Bag family, right? Whether you are in our community and we're constantly providing value, and our students are giving game because they're out in the marketplace in real time and they're sharing their knowledge and their expertise. We're creating this dynamic ecosystem, this dynamic group economy. We're constantly exercising group economics because of the simple fact that we know that, hey, listen, no one is better than you. You just got to get in a community of people that have the information, the right information, right? Iron sharpens iron. So systems, credibility matters, all right? Your business should look fundable before you ask for funding. Now, they have tons of resources out there where they have revenue-based funding. They have MCAs, which is merchant cash advances, which we don't recommend for anyone that's connected to us to even take that route, unless you're making a substantial amount of revenue. But even in that case, that has to be like the last resort. But this is why we're doing this episode, so we know exactly what we have to do to position you. All right. So how to set it up, how to set the business up, go through SOS, right? So for example, we're in the state of Georgia. We will go through the Secretary of State, right? SOS.ga.gov, right? We'll register our business. We will, if we are a multi-member LLC, that's exactly what we'll register it as, right? Because we have multiple members within our business. Then we'll set up our EIN, right? Which is a employer identification number, which is directly associated with your business, right? This is free, right? Once we have done that, we're going to go over to Dun & Bradstreet, right? Dun & Brad, your DMB number is also a unique number that is associated with your business to help the lenders determine whether you are a liability or an asset. Make sense? So, by the way, I've been drinking this mushroom coffee, trying to stay, healthy, if you will. So it's good, by the way. But yeah, so your Dun & Bradstreet is that unique number as well. So as you're building and establishing business credit, that number, that unique DMB number, is what the lenders are going to be tracking as you have your vendor accounts, your purchasing inventory for your business, supplies for your business, product for your business, systems and services, CRMs, anything that's an expenditure that's associated with your business, it will report through Dun & Bradstreet. And then we'll go over to your NAV business profile, and we will help set that up. Now, I want to make this very, very clear, people. I want to make this super clear, because here's the issue. You will rather try to do it yourself because you want to save money, and I get it. But a lot of times you're wasting time because you're trying to do it yourself, right? Instead of hiring an expert that actually is an expert in that field. Does that make sense? That's like me going to, an architect, and the architect is like, okay, this is the type of house that you want. All right, this is the schematics. This is what we're going to do. And I'm like, all right. And then they tell me their price. And I'm like, let me get back with you. And then I try to do it myself. I'm not an architect. I'm just wasting time at that point. And I'm wasting money, essentially. Instead of hiring a expert, it's going to save you time, energy. The most valuable tool that we have is our time, right? If it doesn't pay me $1,000 an hour minimum, I'm hiring somebody else to do it. That's anything, right? If you cut your own grass and you're not in landscaping, why are you doing it? You need to be focused on your business. Focus on the business that pays you, right? And so much, I see it so much where I'm having consultations with people and they're like, I don't want to spend that. Well, what do you mean? You're not really trying to get to the next level. You would rather do it yourself instead of hiring somebody else to do it that's an expert in that field. Does that make sense? So again, there's so much that goes into properly structuring your business, right? This year alone, we're projected to position entrepreneurs $30 million in funding through our business model, because now we are partnered directly with the business credit reporting agencies, Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax through NAV Business, right? So any student, any client that comes through our platform or comes through our mentorship, this is how it works. And if you need more insight and you have questions, feel free to book a call. We'll make sure we have our booking link in the description below, right? But coming through our mentorship or even our services, right? Whether you're looking to, improve your personal credit, establish your business credit, we're going to be reporting your business to our partners every single month. So you're learning while you're building simultaneously. It's not you're investing into the service with Brown Assets Group. No, we're going to be showing you in real time as you're learning from Coach D Brown, as well as reporting that business, your business profile. So in the next 45 to 60 days, you already have a business beacon score, your DMB score your paydex score is substantial. Your vendor accounts are properly structured and set up the right way. Your entire Dun & Bradstreet profile is set up properly. Your NAV business profile is set up properly, right? And then, of course, we'll go over the logistics and the specifics as far as if you have a business, you have a brick and mortar, you need to have a website. Even if you run your business out of your home, you need to have a website. You need to have your EIN. You need to have a business address. If you work from home like we do, you should not be using your home address as your business. This is on your business article and organization document. When you set up your LLC and register your business, right? Whatever address you put on that application, that's what's going to be on that business article document. You don't want your home address on that. That's public information at that point, right? So it's from a safety perspective, we want to make sure, your personal information is not out there. But from a lending perspective, I'm looking like, wait a minute, again, you have to show credibility. So business address, you can go through iPostal. There's so many different platforms. Everything that I'm telling you now will be inside of the ebook. So those first 100 subscribers, new subscribers, you're going to get it step by step. All right. You need to make sure you have a professional email. There's no reason why you should be using a Gmail account if you are running a business, no matter what industry you're in. Doesn't matter. Like, people reach out, hey, listen, I'm looking to do this. They send an email. Why are you using yahoo.com? Why are you using Gmail? You need to have a business email. All right. You need to have a business phone number. So if you have a CRM, right, which is your customer relation management software system, this is how you're able to stay plugged in with your existing clients, leads, affiliates, how you're able to send correspondences. Every business owner should have a CRM. Again, system, saving yourself time, energy, and money. If you don't have the right systems in place, you are spinning the wheel. You're spinning the hamster wheel. This is why a lot of entrepreneurs are frustrated. They feel depleted and they're like, I don't know what to do. We're going to show you. All right. Now, if you don't have an actual website like, Bag Brown Solution Services, cool, get a landing page, but you need to show what you offer. You need to ensure that you have a Google My Business. So in real time, people can see that you have a proven track record, right? Or people can say, oh, wait a minute, they have live testimonials on their website, on their Google My Business. They are a legitimate entity running a legitimate business, right? Providing real value and real results. Lenders look at this because when they see that, then they know that we're generating income where we're able to pay that loan back. But if there's no paper trail, if there's no documentation, they're looking like, I can't trust this person with a $100,000, $250,000 loan, right? You need to make sure you have a business bank account. Your personal business account should be completely separate. No commingling accounts. Whatever you spend in your business needs to funnel out through your business account. Whatever you spend in your personal life, bills, going out, whatever personal expenses you have should be strictly funneled through your personal account, not your business account. Make your CPA or your accountant's job easier, people. We just had a phone call with our new bookkeeping. So we got a new CPA. And that's the thing. We've had to fire accountants, CPAs, because again, I'm just going to keep it real with you. And this is one of the reasons why we do what we do and we provide the results, because everything that you have gone through or about to go through, we've been through. Where we're keeping our head down. We're just building a business, and we hire people and we're thinking they're doing their due diligence and they're not. So last year we were supposed to file 2024 taxes as an S corp, because once you start generating a certain revenue amount, now you're in a different tax bracket. So to save on tax, your tax bill, etc. Now it's okay. Your accountant, if they're doing their due diligence and they know what they're talking about, they're gonna recommend, hey, we need a, you'll still be a multi-member LLC, but we need to go ahead and start filing as an S corp. All right. And we thought we were an S corp because, hey, we hire you. Hey, listen. And that wasn't the case. So you have to inspect what you expect. And I learned from that. Just because I hire you, I'm going to inspect what I expect. So you telling me that I need to see documentation that we were filed, and we weren't. Our new CPA was like, no. And we had to file a late election, right? Which again, costs time, costs more money. So make sure you're doing your due diligence as a business owner. And once you build out a dynamic team, right, and you see the consistency that they have not only your business best interest at heart, but your best interest at heart, this is how we're able to move the goalposts. Now, it's a couple years in, you have a dynamic team. Again, you don't go as far as your dream. You go as far as having the right team, having the right people in place. So you can continue to focus on the business, not in the business, right? You can inspect, but you bring these people into these different positions as you continue to focus on, building the business and pushing the business forward, right? So we didn't have that. Now we have a dynamic CPA, our dynamic marketing team, our dynamic, editing team. We have these, these dynamic people in position, and we're pushing the envelope forward. And it shows whatever you do in the business, it reflects out. So when it's time for BAG, Brown Assets Group, Brown Solution Services, to get the funding that we need, guess what? The bank see, oh, this is a legitimate entity. We don't mind giving them a loan because we know, based off past paper trail documents, that they're going to pay it back. All right. So if your setup looks incomplete online, lenders already see a major risk. This is why everything that I just formatted, from your website, landing page, business address, email, phone number, if it looks incomplete, right? If you're not even willing to complete a loan application to its entirety, they're already going to be looking at you like a joke. Like, they're going to be like, wait a minute, what is going on? You're not even able to complete the application. So once they run, do whatever they need to do on the back end, because they are checking social medias, they're checking websites, they're checking Google, they're checking Yelp, they're checking all of these platforms to determine if you are a liability or an asset. All right. So building your business step by step, setting up your DUNS number, but that's not, and this is where people mess up. They just set up the DUNS number and that's it. Trust me, I talk to business owners all the time. Oh man, I set up the DUNS number, but did you set up your profile? Like, did you log in and set everything up? No, I didn't do that. Okay, so now this is how we're going to push the goalpost forward, right? This is how we're going to move the goalpost. In order to do that, people, everything has to be set up completely. No incompletions. Everything has to be formatted. Your vendor accounts, making sure you have the right vendor accounts in place, right? And your vendor accounts, people, is basically you are a partner with these different vendors, and you're purchasing products, supplies for your business. They invoice you. You have a certain amount of time to pay that invoice back. As long as you're paying that invoice back on time, it will be reported. So for example, if you come through Brown Assets Group, you will be considered a partner of Brown Assets Group, which is one of our vendors. So if you are purchasing my mentorship, right, any of our services, and you're making your payments on time, we will be reporting that to the credit business bureaus. Complete game changer, by the way, people. So yes, we're directly tied in. And this is what sets us apart, and this is what disrupts this space of credit, both on the personal and the business side, because we are right in, we're able to have that control. All right. So your business credit is built through strategic relationships and consistency. Say that one more time for the people in the back. Your business credit is built through strategic relationships and consistency. Common mistakes entrepreneurs make: applying way too early. You have to crawl before you walk, right? Maxing out your credit card. If the bank say keep your utilization under 30%, BAG says keep it under 10%, keep it at 10% or under every single billing cycle. Do not walk around with maxed out credit cards. You are now considered a high risk. Mixing your funds, commingling personal and business. No business revenue plan. You have no business revenue plan. You're just throwing Hail Marys. There's no we're not doing guesswork. Everything is intentional. Everything is strategic. All right. Chasing funding with no structure. Oh, I just want the money. We have to have the structure, people. Order and structure. All right. Some people want $100,000 in like lines of credit with a Gmail account and a logo made on ChatGPT. Lenders know people. You got to understand, they've been doing this for a long time. You got to be intentional. All right. It's all about your strategy and your mindset. Think long term, not short term. We're playing the long game, not the short game. Build the right systems. And that's what we're going to show you, right? Inside of the mentor. So even if you decide you want to join my mentorship program, go ahead and schedule a call with me. We'll see exactly where you're at, where you could be in the next 30 to 90 days. We'll give you that realistic roadmap to helping you. All right. Leverage your credit responsibly. All right. Use funding to scale income producing assets, IPAs. If you take that $150,000 from Chase and you go to Lenox Mall and you ball out, or you go on a vacation because, I need a vacation. Right now, we're locked in. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to take this funding and I'm going to invest it into my IPAs, my income producing activities or assets, now you're winning. Because you know exactly what you're going to do with that $150,000 to turn it into $300,000 or $400,000, where you're able to pay that back. Now you have established good faith with the lenders because you paid that back. Now you're generating cash flow. Right? Even depending on what industry you're in, you need to set up these business models inside of the main business model where you're able to produce revenue. Like Brown Assets Group, we don't have just one revenue stream. We have multiple revenue streams because we understand the economic landscape we're in. Create these different vehicles where you can create income. So when you have your down seasons, you're still generating income. And that's what we're going to show you, how to be able to become a partner of ours, where you're simply referring people that need help with their business credit or personal credit. And you will receive a commission from that by being a partner of Brown Assets Group. Again, we're creating a dynamic ecosystem. It's not just about giving you the information. We want to help you win. We want to help you generate income. I'm not that guy that's going to just be giving you this information and we're not pushing the envelope. No, solution. We are a solution-based entity. You want to build business credit, but your business model is not generating enough revenue right now. We got a solution to your problem on how you can generate income right now. But you have to start. So think long term, not short term. Build the right systems, which we're going to show you. Leverage your credit responsibly. Use funding to scale income producing assets. Discipline over hype. Create the discipline. All right. Create the discipline. So the first 100 subscribers that subscribe, they comment on this episode, you will be gifted a free copy of my ebook, Unlock the Code to Financial Freedom. It's a complete game changer. It goes more in depth of what I discussed today on this episode, giving you the actionable guidance and the step-by-step framework on how you're able to take your business from overdraft to overflow, no matter what industry you're in. All right. So make sure you guys tap in with us. Listen, it's 2026. We're still warming up. We're just warming up. So we're excited for you. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share with someone that you know that can benefit from this value. And until next time, we'll see you next week.